200 gauntlets I have slain, all the loot completely inane. The runs already feel the same, but my mind is still sane. My motivation is high, the end is not nigh. Halfway to the drop rate, the enhanced crystal seed before then must be my fate. I refuse to think otherwise until proven wrong. If that does occur, you'll be the first to hear my song. Alright, so halfway through, at least until the initial grind. Hopefully I'm within the 66% to get this before 400, but let's see the loot from this time around. I basically don't die anymore now. And yeah, that is a nice total. Is that like high elk value, or is that just on the auction house? Yeah, so the high elk value of this stuff might be even higher, right? So when I end up high elking all of this, it's going to be even more, and I have to make these into staves later. So I have to go get some stuff, but this is about the loot. This is at least what I'm going to high elk. There's also like 2,000 dragon arrows and like 9,000 rune arrows. All of these random things that I may or may not do something with at some point. Yeah, so I've completed my crystal seeds. I have one extra weapon seed as well. No enhanced yet, but you know, I basically am getting close to the point. Probably by 300 I'll be the point where I can make everything that I need, and then I just need the last remaining drop-a-roo. So assuming I get an enhanced seed within the next 1 to 200 kills, I'm looking really good. So you know, I'm willing to go to like 800 for this, and then I'll have to like reconsider if I'm going to keep delaying Slayer and everything else in hopes of getting this drop. Oh yeah, there's also gems and stuff, but yeah, who cares? I'm an Iron Man. Like, maybe a main cares about like that, but yeah, so I have some stuff to high elk now. So how am I doing so far with it? I'm actually pretty okay with it. It's still really good content. It's not difficult anymore. I basically don't die. I will say that I think most people overcomplicate the prep and the strategy for it. Like, a lot of people, you know, will actually use the melee weapon, and in my opinion, at least, for the vast majority of people and the vast majority of time, it's going to be better to just use a bloody tier 1 weapon. So I mean a tier 2 weapon. Like, I always go ranged no matter what, so I will always go T1 ranged, tier 2 or tier 3, whatever I get. So for instance, if I'm walking around the side and I see a melee dude, I'll usually just skip him unless I've already killed one of the other bosses, and then I will kill the first ranged boss I get, and then if I am too lazy to go find the other boss, I'll usually just make like tier 3 staff, tier 2 bow, and just send the boss. I don't ever see a point personally in using the halberd. I get if you want a Wooks walk, it's more efficient, like long term if you're planning to stay here a long time, but I'm planning to be here until like 300 kills when my enhanced crystal seed drops, and then I'm probably just pickpocketing any further shards I need. So that's at least my thinking in Theorycraft. If I was like a main trying to farm this for money, I'd go and like learn the Wooks walking with the halberd and stuff, but for me, I just want to get my loot and get gone. Hopefully I'm not here for like 1,200 kills or something, because that's going to be a slog. It's already quite a slog. Definitely sanity draining as far as doing a lot of these in a row goes, and I'm sure my mental state will decline if things do persist into the dry area, but hope is still high, and within the next 100 I'm willing to wish that I get it, and then if not, by the next 200, hopefully I have it. And then if I go dry, I go dry, but you know, as long as I'm not 2x, I'm not going to cry too badly about it. I can definitely do 800 of these, no problem. Going beyond that, then we have an issue. So that's how I'm feeling, at least, about the grind. You know, it's kind of crazy, at least to me, how most of the community behaves. Like, everyone gets so focused on DPS numbers, and a lot of people do this on a lot of encounters, where like ease of use and like, for the vast majority of people, I think the tier 2 staff is going to out DPS the tier 3 polearm, tier 2 bow, same thing. Like, just because it's going to be a lot easier to use without losing a billion ticks. Like, you're not going to have to Wooks walk the tornadoes, you're not going to have to worry about accidentally stepping one too many tiles too far, because how often do you actually use a halberd in RuneScape where you deal with the extra attack range? Like, barely ever. It doesn't even factor into my calculations. It's something I had to force myself to start remembering when I was using it. And yeah, you can do that, but in my opinion, it's just simply better to just use the tier 2 bow and the tier 3 staff, or the tier 3 bow and the tier 2 staff instead of the tier 3 halberd, almost always. And it's very easy to get the armor things. Honestly, it might be worth it, logistically speaking, to like only check the 3 boss tiles near Hunlift, get all of the stuff you need, and just go in with 2 tier 2 weapons. You do have like a guaranteed 5-minute kill there, but I've had 7-minute Hunlifts where I didn't miss that many ticks. Like, if you're low stats, that's just something you're gonna have to deal with. Maybe if you're a maxed main and the boss dies so fast, not a lot of this matters, but without the riggery augury life, it's pain. It is definitely pain to do the boss long term. So, I just want to get my Bofa and then move along. So hopefully that happens relatively shortly. And yeah, really close to. I've been lacking on the skilling lately. I've been focusing on the corrupted gauntlet grind, just because I want to get it and then finish off the Slayer. When I have that, I just need some Zenites, and Zulrah is all good. So then I'm good to go all the way to 93 Slayer. If I get 99 defense, HP, and an Ancestral top, I can, post Bofa, I can start considering slamming out the Inferno. That'll be some nice free content. So hopefully that happens relatively shortly on. And yeah, I'm almost out of the pleb worlds, and I have a ton of, these gems to make. I'm not sure what I'm even going to use emeralds for. These might just go into emerald bracelets and get high alked along with all the other like random stuff. I'm going to have a ton of gold from the 92 mining grind that I'm currently on as well. But that's like usually in the backseat. That's just something I do. Oh, I should show the collection log for the corrupted gauntlet, shouldn't I? Yeah, collections logged. So if we look at my gauntlet, we're looking pretty good. 8 armor seeds. I already disenchanted 2. 4 crystal weapon seeds. I disenchanted 1. I've got the crystal bow, I've got the shield, and I've got the lance upcoming, or the halberd upcoming. And I just need that, and I am in fact at 200. No pet, no enhanced yet, but I don't care about the pet really. Like it might be something I go for like endgame when I'm becoming a pet hunter. But for right now, for at least for the next year, probably I'm concerned with increasing the account's power, getting all the things I need, and then I can worry about tertiary grinds like pets or other interesting stuff that I might want to do or may or may not want to do. So we'll see. I'm also not really interested in collection log shenanigans. I enjoy like building up my character's strength, so it's actually impactful and I can feel it more so than just making a number on your collection log slot go up. And I mean, it's fine to do that if that's something you enjoy. It's just not, at least at the moment, something I'm interested in. Maybe at some point I would hit that. I'm much more of a collection or a pet grinder if I'm talking about something I enjoy grinding as like a late game for fun sort of thing. And that can certainly happen on this account. Maybe even my main had like 20 something pets. I had all the Slayer boss pets, tons of boss pets, and a few skilling pets. I had the rune crafting pet there, which I haven't gotten yet on this guy, and I probably won't considering I'm 95 without it. So it is what it is. It's definitely a cute pet. I wish I had that one, because the rune crafting pet is just bis. Because it's fairly rare, even though most people that have it probably just zay it up. I did the same thing on my main, just zayed it up. I actually got 2, I believe, on my journey to 99 RC through doing only blood runes. On this character, I'm going to be doing ZMI. Now that I have the gem bag as well, I can go back to Dale whenever I want to start preparing the 99 rune crafting grind. I don't want to do it just yet. That's something I feel like happens after 87 Slayer. Like I'm gonna start banging out a bunch of 99s after 87 Slayer. Like I need the base 90s, so I need to get Slayer. Yeah, I guess it's just get base 90s and then I'll start racking out 99. So I want to get 99 Slayer. Prayer is getting up there. I might have to consider, like, since my prayer level is falling so far behind all the others, I really want to get base 80s. I might have to consider, like, I need 1 more magic level to be able to do the spell that'll turn bones into EXP, the demonic offering, but for bones. So I might, in the near future, assuming I get the Bofa, I might get 92 mage somehow, and then just walk down to the Mist Guild for, like, a day or 2, and just slam out, like, 80, 85 prayer. Having 85 prayer right now would be nice. Even if that's really inefficient, considering I will get that from Slayer, like, sacrificing additional Abyssal Demon Ashes, which I have extended already. Post 85, it's going to be disgusting. Necreals in 1 Slayer level will be disgusting. And like I have a Lizardman Shaman task right now, which is the reason why I'm going for the Bofa, that like all of that's going to fall into place very soon. So hopefully all of that goes into place. But that's at least how I'm feeling about the gauntlets, and they are very corrupt. I remain pure of heart though so far. So I'm having fun with it at least. I hope you guys are too, and you have a good day, sir.